Hello, this is Mark Wildman of Wildman Athletica, and today we are going to be talking about program design. This one comes to us from Kurt Stein, and I thought it was a pretty interesting Tetris of training because the goal at the top of his statement was to do 48K on all the basics, and that is an ambitious goal, and I like it. So let's do the basic layout first. We'll talk about how things are interacting and what's interesting about this, and then why this goal is really interesting for the way he's set this up. Monday, one hand kettlebell swing every minute on the minute, 28K, 10 sets, add a rep every week. Good stuff. Clean and press, 32K, reverse ladder, 3, 2, 1. What I don't have right here is how many sets he's doing, or how much his break time is. And then sandbag. I liked this. Sandbag based on a video we did last year sometime. Sandbag program design. He's picking it up, he's holding for 15 seconds at the top, dropping it, and then he's building up to 60 total reps in 10 minutes. His current weight is 115 pounds. Nothing to scoff at, it's heavy. Tuesday, Turkish get up. EMOM, 32K to 36K, every minute on the minute. What I'm unclear on here is if he's doing one rep every minute or if he's doing one rep left and one rep right every minute. I like this. Double front squat, 220Ks, 40K. Everybody's really into super heavy, super high numbers on this. So what he has is 2 times 20K, so that's 40K, times 10 sets of 10. And he's trying to add 2 sets a week or 20 reps a week. That's a lot. Let's say 40K is 88 pounds times 10 reps. That's 880 pounds times 2 sets. That's 1,600 pounds plus 80, 160. What's that, like 1,760 pounds? He's trying to add every week. That's a lot. I would encourage him to not maybe add quite that much, but I see where he's going. Everybody's really into this sets of 10 on squats. I'm not quite sure why. I'll have to go back and see. I was talking about German volume training at one point and building up to 10 sets of 10 for double kettlebell training, but people are really taking that straight to the max right away. And then 10 minutes of sandbag light, 80 pounds. Heavy sandbag 115, light sandbag 80. That's a good difference, right? There's a good 35-pound difference in weight there. Wednesday, 2-mile run. I liked this. 5x5 pull-ups. He's got all the classics in here. And then he's got his single arm club training. So swing, clean and press, heavy sandbag, Turkish get up, front squat, light sandbag, run, pull up, single arm club, inside pendulum, outside pendulum, 180 degree pullover, inside hip snap, outside hip snap, 180 degree pullover, casting pattern for every fighting move ever in all of human history. 22.5 pounds. That tells me that this is an 8X club system. He's building up towards 20 sets of 5 and 5 with that. Good, awesome. Classic single arm club training, perfect 3 exercises. Complete 1 exercise, wait 2 to 3 minutes, go to the next exercise. Inside pendulum, I consider to be the hardest. Outside pendulum, I consider to be the easiest. I consider 180 degree pullover. I always do the top half last. I like this quite a bit. On Thursday, we're back to our clean and press swing day. So clean and press 32K, once again, reverse ladder sets of 3, 2, 1. Once again, I didn't see any data, I'll have to look at it again, on how many sets of 3, 2, 1 he's doing, if he's stopping at 5 sets, if he's pushing beyond that. And then he has 2-hand swing instead of single arm swing. Love it. Big A, little a. 32K times 10 sets of 10, add a rep every week. So that's gonna march right up. So he's gonna march that 10 reps up towards 20 reps. And then 10 minutes of sandbag, light, or slam ball. So kettlebell swing, 28K, kettlebell swing, 32K. So this is the heavy, and it is 2-hand. The light is single hand. Clean and press stays the same. I'm fine with that because he's probably adding sets each time. And then sandbag heavy, sandbag light. Very cool. Friday. This is interesting because this is a deviation. So this up here is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, A, B, C. Thursday is A. Friday is D. This is fun. So this is a D program right here. This is the two-handed club program, the effective strength and conditioning mill squat program that we released a couple months ago that was shot in Hawaii. He's doing that with 27.5 pounds. And so that is a 20-minute program. It's 5 exercises times 4 rounds is 20 minutes. 27.5, and he's keeping this two-handed club program 5 pounds heavier than the single arm club program. Interesting. And then here, sandbag heavy, 10 minutes. Sandbag heavy, sandbag heavy, sandbag light, or slam ball. Same idea. I like this as well. Slam balls are just a little bit more expensive than sandbags, especially up in this 80-pound range. I have an 80-pound sand ball. Just picking it up and putting it on your shoulder for 10 minutes is a beast monster workout. So work capacity, hip hinge, clean and press, all your fundamentals are in here. Double front squat. And then this program, his D program, the two-handed mill squat program, also has a ton of squats in it, but in a very, very different way. The angle is different, the rep count is different, the time under tension is different. So I really like that this is the double front squat up here, and down here is the mill squat program. Saturday, long run, undefined. I don't care, I like it. Here, up here we have 2-mile run, here we have a long run. It's Saturday, I bet that's time dependent. 5x5 pull-ups, matches our 5x5 pull-ups. And then single arm club once again. So let's see if this pen works. It doesn't work at all. So that's A, B, C, little a, D, and little c. That's an interesting program design. That's really fun. The goal of 48K that he has stacked up here is a very hard goal for almost everybody to achieve all the time. Hey Maxie. Hi. The goal of 48K is very hard for people to achieve all the time, and it's mostly because it's very expensive. There's a reason that the Soviet government and the Soviet military picked 32K. Getting above 32K really is really hard, and you kind of have to have a lot more time to rest and a lot more equipment in order to pull that off for the majority of people. Of course, there are those ex-collegiate athletes who are going to be able to push above 32K without too much trouble. But getting to 48K is hard, and it has a lot to do with economics. I talk a lot about an adjustable competition kettlebell. It costs about $300, but you get weights from 12 to 32K, and it's $300 for you to get $1,700 worth of equipment. Getting above 32K is hard because now you have a 34K, a 36K, then it usually, I haven't seen a 38K anywhere, I don't know if they exist yet, a 40K, a 44K, and then a 48K. A 48K by itself is $300 to $400 for the most part, and they are very hard to get. The problem getting to 48K is that the jumps are big. So right here, it said he is struggling to get to the 36K from the 32K. Strategies to overcome that. You can stay with your 3-2-1 strategy and just add a shit ton of sets. You can try to get a 34K. I know Kettlebell Kings has a 34K competition kettlebell now, and that is specifically to help people address this issue of getting that jump to 36K. 32K to 36K is 4K. Kilogram is 2.2 pounds, so that is an 8.8 pound jump. That's a fairly sizable jump for something where there is absolutely no way out. Going to a 34K might help him solve this problem, but it's expensive. You gotta order one. It's gotta show up. Who knows? With supply chains, if you can even get one. People have tried to solve this problem in various ways by magnetizing weights and putting them on the bottom of the kettlebell. Performed Better years ago had screw-on weights that went on the bottom of their kettlebells, but I don't know why they stopped manufacturing those kettlebells because it was a great idea. It was the only way to get small jumps back then. I also am thinking about seeing if there is something denser than the iron plates in the competition adjustable kettlebell so that we can make heavier plates that fit inside of it. I don't know if it's designed to handle that. And frankly, that's also a super expensive option because things that are heavier than iron tend not to be super great for you, or they're very, very, very expensive and they're hard to work with. So getting to 48K is a challenge because your math breaks down for almost everything above 32K. Your swing program can continue to muscle on for a very long period of time because swings just simply aren't that hard. You can pick it up, you can do a kind of okay swing, you can do a 60% thing, and it's easy to deal with the math and get up to 48K on swings. But getting to clean and press is a big challenge. On 48K for Turkish Get-Up, in the notes that he wrote, he said he has trouble above 36K with the stress on the arm, and that is 100% true. I have the same experience. I got up into the 44K range back when Mike Mahler was selling kettlebells. I think it was 44K. I got up into that range and it was hard. Like getting above about 32K, you have to spend a lot more time and you have to slow down the training because it's not muscles we're worried about above 32K. It's straight up joint structure. So doing Turkish get-ups above say 36K, it starts to get a lot of weight behind your arm and it is cranking on your elbow and your wrist joint very, very hard. So that might have to slow down in some way in order to get up towards 48K. The math does break down in a lot of ways for a lot of people. Some people can just continue to do EMOMs up above 32K. Other people will need to make this like every 2 minutes on 2 minutes because it's becoming pure strength training at that point. And you're doing one rep in say 30 seconds and then setting it down and waiting 90 seconds and then going to the other side and then doing that. And that would actually give you 90 seconds plus 2 minutes of break on the first arm, so that you can try to keep your elbows from ripping in half. 48K is hard. It's a dope goal, and I respect the hell out of it, but it is hard to do, especially if you do other stuff. So the 32K range and to maybe the 36K range, you can do that every day or a couple times a week and still be able to do a bunch of other active stuff like play a sport or have a physical job. When you get up above, I think, 36K towards 40K, you need to start being more of a professional athlete. You need to have more time to recover, you need to have better food, and you need to have a better recovery strategy, and you're gonna need to spend a lot more time on recovery in the 36K to 48K range. Other than that, I thought this was a really fun program design because you can see everything is leading towards pure strength. 28K, 32K, super heavy sandbag, double 20s, which is 40K, 32K, 80 pounds. Everything on this list is fairly heavy except the club. And I think that that's a good idea. 22.5 is heavy for most people on single arm stuff. Like getting up to this is a really good strategy. He gets up into the 30-pound range with this, he's gonna be killing it. Same thing is true over here. He gets over here on the two-handed club program and he gets that into the 40-pound range, he's gonna be killing it. He is gonna have to be very conscious of his grip recovery, mostly because of the swing, the clean and press. Hey guys, come here. No yelling. The swing and the clean and press are gonna beat the crap out of his grip. And the sandbag. All of this stuff is very hard on grip. There's a lot of training in here. I should probably give you guys some forearm cool downs if people are gonna be operating at this level because this is a lot of grip stress. Kurt Stein. Love your goal. You're gonna have to get more creative on how to get to the 48K without ripping your elbow in half and your wrist in half. That is a problem above here. The math does break down. I like your program design. I love this run in here. I love this long run in here. And I like the way you're alternating everything. Big A, little a, alternating back and forth. This is good Tetris of training. This is a fun idea, 6 days a week. That's a good program.